Imagine the sun-drenched streets of Greenwich Farm, Kingston, in the late 1940s, where a young boy named John Kenneth Holt was born on July 11, 1947, into a modest Jamaican household led by his mother Amy, a hard-working nurse who instilled discipline, faith, and a quiet resilience into her children. From the very beginning, music ran through John's veins like blood. Hymns sung in church, melodies echoing through open windows, and the sway of ska and American soul drifting across Kingston's humid breeze. Subscribe to Jam Vibes Nation and turn on notification for more exclusive deep dives into reggae legends, hidden stories, and timeless culture. Don't miss a bit, keep the fire burning and the vibes alive. By the age of 12, John's prodigious voice caught national attention when he began entering the famed Veer John's Opportunity Hour talent contests, winning an astounding 28 times, many performances broadcast live on Radio Jamaica, igniting his dream to become a professional singer. In 1963, still in his teens, he made his first studio recordings, Forever I'll Stay for Leslie Kong and Rum Bumper, a duet with the equally legendary Alton Ellis. These early records hinted at the depth of Holt's lyrical and vocal sensibilities, blending youthful innocence with a maturity that belied his age. His first significant rise came when he joined the Paragons in 1964, replacing original member Leroy Stamp, forming a vocal harmony group alongside Bob Andy, Tyrone Evans, and later Howard Barrett. Under the legendary Treasure Isle producer Duke Reid, the Paragons recorded some of the most beloved Rocksteady anthems of the 1960s, including Alibaba, Wear You to the Ball, Tonight, Only a Smile, and the iconic The Tide is High, penned by Holt himself, later catapulted to international fame through Blondie's chart-topping 1980 cover and revived again in the early 2000s by Atomic Kitten. Holt's time with the Paragons established him as both a melodic genius and a master songwriter, setting the stage for an even more extraordinary solo journey. By the early 1970s, the Paragons had disbanded as members pursued solo interests, and Holt set out on a path that would make him a household name, not just in Jamaica, but across the globe. He collaborated with legendary producers like Bunny Lee and Harry Mudie, and in 1972 released the song Stick By Me, which became the biggest-selling Jamaican single of that year. This marked a stylistic pivot. While others stuck to the gritty, rhythmic roots of reggae, Holt infused his records with lush orchestration, sweetened vocals, and crossover appeal that charmed international audiences. His album Time is the Master, 1973, blended strings with reggae rhythms. But it was Trojan Records' 1000 Volts of Holt, also released in 1973, that cemented his reputation as reggae's romantic ambassador. That album, featuring orchestral renditions of popular covers, spawned massive hits like Help Me Make It Through the Night, which reached number 6 on the UK singles chart, and Mr. Bojangles, introducing reggae to new listeners worldwide and expanding its emotional range. Throughout the 1970s, Holt recorded prolifically, often producing several albums a year. His music struck a balance between soulful ballads, chart-friendly covers, and traditional reggae themes, earning him devoted fans in the Caribbean, UK, Africa, and beyond. Yet John Holt was not only a crooner of love songs, he had a political edge too. In the 1980s, Holt's image evolved dramatically. He grew dreadlocks, embraced the Rastafari faith more openly, and began recording roots reggae that reflected the struggles and consciousness of his people. His 1983 single, Police in Helicopter, a defiant critique of government crackdowns on marijuana cultivation, became an underground anthem and cemented Holt's place as a serious voice of social commentary. It also marked his triumphant re-entry into the Jamaican charts, proving that his message was as potent as his melodies. That duality, romantic lover and righteous rebel, defined the breadth of John Holt's genius. Over his career, Holt released more than 40 solo albums, including A Love I Can Feel, 1970, The Further You Look, 1975, Dusty Roads, 1985, and Peacemaker, 1993. In 2001, he performed with the Royal Philharmonic Concert Orchestra in London, capturing his greatest hits in symphonic form, further highlighting his unique position as one of the few Jamaican artists to bridge classical arrangements with reggae roots. As a songwriter, his work was covered by UB40, Wear You to the Ball, Massive Attack, Man Next Door, and numerous other artists who found inspiration in his timeless melodies and lyrical depth. Despite the global fame, Holt remained deeply grounded. He married his longtime partner Valerie, and together they raised a large, loving family, 12 children and 25 grandchildren, whom he cherished dearly. Even as his music career took him across Europe, Africa, and the Americas, Holt never lost touch with his Jamaican roots or his role as a father, mentor, and community icon. He was known to support young artists, encourage local music education, and quietly give back to his hometown, especially in Greenwich Farm, where he once walked barefoot as a child dreaming of stardom. Though private about his wealth, it is estimated by fans and music experts that Holt's estate was worth over $10 to $15 million, accumulated through album sales, global tours, licensing, and royalties, particularly from the enduring success of The Tide is High. Sadly, Holt's health began to decline in 2014. After collapsing during a performance at the One Love Festival in London on August 16th, he was hospitalized and later diagnosed with colon cancer. He fought bravely, surrounded by family, but passed away on October 19th, 2014, at Wellington Hospital in London, aged 67. His death sent shockwaves through the reggae world and Jamaica at large. On November 17th, 2014, Holt was honored with a state funeral at Holy Trinity Cathedral in Kingston, attended by dignitaries, fellow musicians, and thousands of grieving fans. He was laid to rest at Dovecot Memorial Park, but his voice, silken, powerful, unmistakable, continues to echo. In 2004, he had been awarded the Order of Distinction, Commander Class, by the Jamaican government for his contribution to music and culture. And in 2022, decades after its original release, 1,000 Volts of Holt received a gold certification from the British phonographic industry, proof that timeless music only grows stronger with age. Today, his influence can be heard in lovers rock, roots reggae, and even modern R&B and pop. John Holt was more than a singer. He was a bridge between generations, a pioneer of reggae's international sound, a family man, and a musical statesman whose life told a story of growth, grace, and greatness. From street corners in Kingston to sold-out halls in London, from rebel anthems to wedding ballads, Holt's music remains immortal. His story is not only one of rhythm and lyrics, but of resilience, humility, and love. His life is a melody that still plays in the hearts of millions. Subscribe to Jam Vibes Nation and turn on notification for more exclusive deep dives into reggae legends, hidden stories, and timeless culture. Don't miss A-Bit, keep the fire burning and the vibes alive.